Hello and welcome back to my channel, and this is a swatch video and somewhat review of this Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. I don't know that much about this brand, but I do know that this is their third palette that they launched. They have about 12 now, and you can buy them all at their website. It's like $32 I think, plus custom for India if you're from India like me. However, they do allow you an option to pay custom while purchasing on their website, so that you don't have to pay cash for the custom when it gets delivered at your home. There are so many other Instagram pages that sell these palettes too. I ordered mine from this page called Instagram makeup underscore, and they are selling it for like 3,000 rupees. So maybe pick whichever option is cheaper option for you. I think this brand has been a bit hyped up by so many YouTubers, especially Nikki Tutorials. She called them best eyeshadow pigmentation or something like that, and that was she was talking about Magic palette. I think I do have swatch and review video of Magic palette as well. I'll link it somewhere in the description box or above here on the button. Do check it out if you want. I think James Charles and Jeffree Star also reviewed some of their products, and they all have positive reviews. So here I am with little less money on my pocket and few more eyeshadows in my vanity. I love color like this. The color story is amazing. I mean, just beautiful. This first two rows are neutral, but they are still fun, and these two rows here are just peacock heaven. I mean, they have some kind of African theme going on here, obviously, because I do think that the owner is African American lady. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's inspired by some kind of festival that was held in Africa, and I didn't really read up on that. I just scrolled past that on Instagram, but I think it's cool that they were inspired by some kind of festival, because this seems like festival makeup itself. This green and blue, I don't mind that there is no mirror here, because I never ever do my makeup in the mirror that comes with the palette. So for me, I don't care. But you get about 16 eyeshadows in this one, and these are normal pen sizes that you get with MAC and Anastasia. This is Masquerade mini palette, by the way. The original one used to come with bigger pen sizes. I do think that they discontinued the original one. Now just minis are available of this one, and I'm kind of fine with it. This is still good quantity, 24 grams. No one goes through their eyeshadows so quickly. Then, you know, new launches comes every month, it gets overwhelming. So yeah, I kind of prefer the mini version of palettes. It is really sleek. Even though it's cardboard packaging, it feels like luxe cardboard packaging. You know the difference between a really cheap cardboard packaging that feels like they're gonna fly away if there is like a wind passes by, and it feels like it's got some more sturdiness to it than those cardboard packages. It comes in box like this. It looks exactly like the palette. On the back of the box you get ingredients on the okay, so I haven't really swatched any of the shade except this one, that it was so beautiful in the sunlight. I accidentally touched it just a little bit here. So I'll be starting from top right corner and move towards my left, and then second row, and so on and so forth. So first color is called Chi, and by the way, if I mispronounce any of the shades names, do forgive me, because I'm not really introduced to that culture, but I mean no disrespect. Oh my god, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that shimmery shadow from Dose of Color palette. Juvia's Place eyeshadows are actually famous for their shimmer shadows because they are quite creamier and not chunky at all, and I do feel the difference compared to what I have been using. So this does feel like one from the luxurious brand. This green, I thought this would look mint green. This is normal green. It is made by an African American woman. I'm guessing that the colors are supposed to complement that skin tone, deeper darker skin tone, and I think most of these colors do look great on every skin tone. The only thing that there isn't a lot of light colors, but that is because maybe the palette isn't made for people who need lighter colors. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone in any way, but I understand that people with deeper, darker skin tone, you probably hate a lot of the palettes because those colors don't show up on you. I mean, sometimes I have a problem with Revolution palettes as well. They just don't show up on me. So this is a really great option for people who struggle for that. Second one is called Mali, by the way. I'm going for the third, which is called Dahlia. I think this is going to be the most beautiful color from the palette when we look the entire swatches. I bet on it. So I do want to clarify, all of these are shimmer shades, but not exactly shimmer shades that you might have experienced in drugstore palette. These are kind of creamier version, more expensive version of shimmer shades, because they just glide on so smoothly and it feels like you're applying a cream product. By the way, I do want to clarify that after 16 shades, there are only 6 shades those are matte shades, and those are the ones that are pressed pigment. Fortunately, they don't leave behind any stain residue if you remove it with makeup remover, right? Normally blues and red, if they're pressed pigment, they do leave some kind of residue for a day or so. Moving on to second row of the palette, which is called Makeda. This is again very pretty. It does have some fallout. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Our first matte shadow of the palette, which is called Zobo, and it is this very dark burgundy maroon type shade. Now this is really impressive because this is very dark and I only touched it. I didn't even move my finger on the pan. I barely touched it and it's this really good. I feel like this is really beautiful color for outer corners to create any look, or just this one shadow all over the eyes. This will just give you very pretty look. The shimmer shades here has this blue undertone to it, so I think this shadow will match very well with all of this shadow if you're not going for neutral tone. This is really good matte that they put in the second row itself, so you can, you know, create a combo like this and go with this kind of shade. So this shade will actually go with this, any of the shimmer shade that you want, probably with this too. But yeah, if you want to go with this burgundy monochromatic look. This is again very rich copper. I can see on the camera it looks just gold undertone with maroon or copper basically, but on the pan when you look it in a real life, it looks like it has this purple undertone to it. It is this bright pink, baby pink shade, but it has golden flecks, and it's not just golden undertone, it has this gold flecks, very tiny shimmer. So on the pan it looks like it has shimmer, but on my finger gold flecks are hardly visible. On the swatches itself gold flecks are hardly visible, so it's not shimmery. I think the best way to describe this shade would be they wanted it to be dual chrome. They started and then halfway stopped, so it's not shimmer shade now, but it's not ugly in any way. It's just very unique, different shade. It's really pretty, but you can basically apply this shade in your crease as well, because there's gold flecks in the term of shimmer. It's not visible when you apply it. If you're someone who doesn't like to use shimmer on your creases, I normally use that, I don't mind, but I know a lot of people prefer only matte for your crease shades. Another champagne metallic or shimmer, whatever you want to call it. I mean, metallic would be the right word, but exactly not there. Shimmery and metallic combination of that. A matte shade. This is very good for a neutral shade or any kind of crease area or transition shade. Is Ada and it is matte. On the pan it looks dark brown, but on my hand it kind of looks like orangey, and it didn't swatch good because I used my pinky finger and I didn't really swatched it right, so it's my fault if anything, not the palettes. I hope you can see this. It's really creamy and I think very good shadow for a neutral look and everyday look, if you may. This is really pretty. A champagne shade but with little bit of orange to it. And I don't think it's dual chrome. On camera it looks dual chrome, I can see that, but it's not dual chrome in real life. It's just simple eyeshadow, but it's really buttery, creamy. Zulu, another dark brown shade for your corner. Next shade is called Casablanca. On the pan it looks like it's pressed glitter. It's not another metallic shimmery eyeshadow. It's pure gold, you know, those that coppery gold that Indian brides normally use. It's that one. It's really pretty. It's really good. The last shade is brown called Fulani, but it's a cool tone brown. So if someone wants cool tone shadow, or if you want to contour your nose or face from the eyeshadow palette itself, cool tone really do work well for that kind of thing. So on the palette itself, when you look at the color story of this palette, you do feel like you'll be able to create so many looks from this one palette itself. There are so many colors and so many neutral to actually support those colors with their undertones and everything. But after swatching I do feel like something is missing. So let's talk about that in a minute. Let's just do an eye look first. Now someone did ask me recently in my last revolutionary chin color palette video. The question was basically how I prime my eyes, and I always like you know, edit that stuff out of my video when something is repetitive and it's not fun, right? So but I do have new subscribers, so welcome. And let me tell you, I always use this NYX eyeshadow base in the shade white. I love the consistency of this, and it does this kind of like remind me of paint pot from MAC, but tiny bit more creamier and not as drying as the paint pot. But I do have to set it with powder because it's creamier version. So I just take this on my finger sometimes and sometimes on concealer brush, but it's filthy right now, so I don't want to use that on the camera. It is kind of tacky feeling, so I would say set it with powder. Definitely don't skip that step if you have oily eyelid like myself. I don't know, maybe some people don't do that and then complain about this product. I use Faces Canada translucent powder to set this, or any translucent powder will do. So anyway, now we're all set and primed. Let's start with eyeshadow. This palette is kind of separated by like warm tones on the bottom line, like your neutral colors, and then some pops of color up top. I have several videos on neutral eyeshadow look on my channel. I think today I want to play with some colors, so we'll be taking much as many colors as we can for one eyeshadow look. And I'm going to start with Zobo on Pro Arte PE29. I have a lot of color on my brush and I'm just going to apply this on my crease. Oh my god, how beautiful is this color, so freaking pigmented. Now I'm going to take Bori on Pro Arte PE19, and I'm going to place that a little bit higher, so kind of like around the edges of that dark purpley shade, even though this shade is only a little bit lighter than the previous one. Now I'm going to take the Pro Arte PE22 and kind of blend out this harshness right here. Alright, you can see that blend looks much smoother now. Now I'm gonna go back to that Zobo shade again on the same exact brush, and I'm going to pat that on my outer corner, and then I'm just blending it again into my outer crease. And then also I'm just going to bring whatever is left on my brush down on my lower lash line as well. I'm going to take this shade Zola on a Pro Arte AE26 brush, and I didn't get my brush wet with any setting spray or water or anything for this video, so that you guys can see the actual performance of this shadows, right? While applying this, I can feel it would perform its best with wet brush or with finger. I'm going to go on inner part of my lid, and I'm kind of applying this shade almost as if I did half cut crease, so I'm making that like a half moon shape right here. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Makeda on same brush, and I think I want this on like entire outer part of my lid then. Alright, now I'm gonna clean up my blend a little bit because I did blend just like super far out, so I'm just trying to clean that up. For the center right here, I'm going to overlap those two leads shade with this light champagne shimmer shade, and I will also pop that on my inner corner. Forgive me for not doing my eyebrows. I did an SFX makeup yesterday and the products were horrible. My eyebrows are now itchy and irritated. I ended up deleting that video because I don't want my viewers to watch me use a product without knowing the effect of it. I won't name the brand, but be aware of the sponsored videos, guys. I mean, do your own research too, right? Not everyone is same. And I think I want to do a wing liner with this look. I haven't done that in a while, so yeah, let's do this. Alright, now I'm gonna go pop some mascara. I'm using Wet n Wild Mega Glow just because I won't be putting on any falsies. I want my lashes to look curled up, and only waterproof mascaras do that for me. So when I was looking at this palette, I was like, okay, so which color really isn't needed and can be swapped out with for like a blackish color? I would say this one, and this very similar to this one. So Fulani and Burkina or also there in palette this two kind of glittery shade, but when they are on the eyes, they just came out as matte colors. They don't have any glitter to it. You can see this glitter in the pan. They have gold glitter, so this one it's pink with gold glitter, and then this one it's like orangey brown with gold glitter. So when I swatched it there earlier, it barely had any glitter on my hand. It definitely more or matte shadow more or so. Here's a final look. I'm really digging this cotton candy vibe. These shades are just gorgeous, and as you guys could clearly tell, the Juvia's Place shadows are so stunning. They are pigmented, blendable, and amazing quality. So I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button. I will see you in my next video. Bye.